We're out here in Surprise at Mattamy Homes, and I'm getting ready to give you a detailed tour of their Imperial model. This model is 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage. It has a flex space and a retreat space, and they just discounted it $63,000, making this their home of the week. Not only that, but they are offering $11,000 incentive so that you have money to buy down that interest rate. At least 2 points is what it usually buys you. And they are offering refrigerator and blinds. You have to check out this home, and if you want more information, you know how to get a hold of me. My information is below. So let's go. So here we are taking a look at this Imperial model. It is just over 3,000 square feet. Like I said before, it is 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3-car garage, and it has a flex space and a retreat space. I love this elevation here. I love the lines. They say it's their like mid-century modern style. It's very, very nice. Of course, curb appeal because it's new, right? But I do like the stone in an elevation. I always like stone in an elevation. It even increases the cost of the home and your value too. This door, I really love the look of having the natural light shining through, but not everybody loves a door like this because you don't have the privacy. But I would take this door and go to Home Depot and buy the window covering. It's a window film, and it makes it look a little frosted or cloudy so that you can't see in. You still have your privacy, but it allows natural light to come through. So that's what I would do with that door, because I do love natural light. Now, upon entering the home, right when you walk in, here is your flex space. It could be your office, it could be a playroom, it could be a reading room, a sitting room. You can do so many things with this room. I really love the tiles. Nice tile floors. They're a little bit wider than the planks. What is that, like 6 inches by, I don't know, 18 inches maybe? Is what it is. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Trying to measure my feet. Maybe it's like 8 inches. Anyways, I do love the floors. Here's your hallway right here. Nice wide hallway. I really do like how you have the columns that kind of like they're layered as you walk in. Now, to the right, you have your laundry room. It's a decent sized laundry room. 10-foot ceilings in this home. You have a decent amount of space to not only put your washer and dryer, but you can put shelves over there. You might want to put a refrigerator over there. If you're in a 5-bedroom home, you probably have a lot of people living with you, so an extra refrigerator in the house or a freezer is something that I know is appealing to a lot of people. So you have space for it in here, so you don't have to put it in your garage. But you have a nice roomy laundry room right there. Also right here to your right of the hall, you have your half bath. Hello. So just normal pedestal sink, but it's always nice to have that half bath, especially when you have guests over. So across the hall, you have bedrooms. Now, this is a 5-bedroom home, like I said, and I absolutely love that this home is set up so that there's really three wings to the property. So you have this wing, which has 2 bedrooms over here, and then you're gonna have your master bedroom wing, and then there's another wing of the home where you have another 2 bedrooms. So the bedrooms are pretty decent in size. Here's your guest bath here. I love this burlap colored cabinets. Very nice. They are self-closing. And then you have 2 vanities here, which again, if you are in need of a 5-bedroom home or in want of a 5-bedroom home, having those double vanities always comes in handy. You have your tub here and linens. The other thing that I really do love about this home is that there are additional closets throughout, which is great because for a season or a time in history, they were making homes that didn't have a whole lot of closet space. So we always gotta appreciate the storage space. Here is your other bedroom. Now, I'm just guessing here, but these guest bedrooms look like they are at least 12 by 12 in size. So, oops, ran into the wall. So that's a nice plus too. All right, going back to the hallway. And now we are in your open space. You have your living room right there. This is your dining area, or it could be a sitting room, depending on however you want to do it. But that would be your dining area. And then your kitchen. Again, you have these lovely burlap cabinets. I really do love the vent that's coming down, and a nice large cooktop. The larger the better is what I say. This is a nice large cooktop. Let's see this. So obviously you have gas here, which is definitely appealing to many. You have your quartz counters that are a little bit of a cream color, if you can't tell. They're a little cream. So all of the colors just really work together here. Built-in oven with a really deep drawer down here, which is really nice. It's very sturdy too. You have your Whirlpool appliances, your oven here, and let's see, is this open? One of those fancy ones that, nope, just a microwave. I wasn't sure if it was a microwave / convection oven, but it's just a microwave, which is fine. That is fine. And then over here you have your island. This is a very large island, which definitely appreciate for a home this size. Again, this home is over 3,000 square feet. I want to say it's like 3,219 square feet. But it is definitely a nice size home, and you have a nice size island right there. One of the things that I wish they would have done though for a house this size, I think this is the specs on the home. One of the things that I really wish they would have done for a home this size is put bigger sinks in here. I would imagine a family living in this home, they would really appreciate and like a single bowl sink and big sink for sure. But again, in here, like, well, you have your trash right there. Like in the bathroom, you have the self-closing cabinets. Sorry, I don't know if I was pointing that in the right place or not, but you have your trash bin right there. Here is where your refrigerator would go. So you have your cooking area over here, nice long counter for prep, and then your coffee bar, your drinks, your cups and whatnot over there. I do like that the cabinets in this home are 42 inches. I think they would definitely need to be for a home with 10-foot ceilings like this. So they did that right. this is a nice home. I just really wish that they would have done a little bit better right here with a larger sink. So, but you never know. Maybe something can be done there. Now down here right off of the kitchen, you have, I love this area right here. I think this could definitely sell the home. So you have a coat closet right off of the entrance from the garage. So that is really nice. So you come in, you take off your coats, and then they have all of this shelving space right here. And then this open area there, which I'm trying to think in my mind what I would do there. They put little hooks right there, which is nice. Oh, so you can hang your coats, hang your purses, and it's out of the way. I like that. Okay. And then on this side, look at this pantry. Not only do you have nice cabinets and a decent amount of storage cabinets in the kitchen, look at this pantry. Wowza. This is so great. Now, I really love this pantry. I do wish they would have gone all the way up to the ceiling, at least 2 more shelf lengths high, but they didn't. But that just means that you can easily add, you know, some more organization up there if you wanted to. But personally, I think that that's just a little bit of wasted space. They could have gone higher. But overall, I think for layout of this kitchen and the storage space that you get over there, I would probably give this home a 7 or an 8. You just really should have gotten a bigger sink. I really wish there was a bigger sink. This is your 3-car garage right here. I do like that you have a side exit. That is always nice because you can go straight out and throw your trash. If you're looking at this because you're going to be relocating to Arizona, our trash cans get stored on the side of the house behind the gate. And so I love that you have nice room here. It's a decent side yard over here. But when it comes to accessing the trash can, if you don't have a side exit to your garage, well then your only other alternative, if your trash cans are out here, which usually they are and probably should be, not in your garage because the heat will like get it all stinky in there. But the alternative, if you did not have this side exit door in your garage, would be that you would have to go outside in the back or take your trash to the front and then come around to the side of the house. Because our HOAs say our trash cans always have to be behind the fence. So I do like this. And this side exit door is often an add-on that if you were building this home from the ground up, well then you would have to add that on yourself. And then here you have your hot water heater right there, and it's gas. All right, now let's go back inside. So now we're gonna look at the other 2 areas of the home. If you go to your left, that is where you're going to see your master, your primary bedroom. But we're gonna go to the right. But first, let me just take a moment to talk about this space right here. I think the sun is starting to go down a little bit, so the lighting is a little bit off. But I do like that in this home, it's a very large area and you have great space for your furniture. Your furniture could go all the way against this wall, but it doesn't have to. If you had a big sectional, it can come out, and then you still have a lot of nice walking space to walk around it if your furniture didn't go like all the way, you know, to the wall. There you have your setup for your TV, to hang your TV and your furniture. And I do like how it's that little niche in there. It goes in just a little bit. That's nice. Perfect if you wanted to do like a shallow electric fireplace or something in there. That's really nice. And this does give decent amount of natural lighting. Now this home is north facing front, south facing back, and in my opinion, that is the best orientation of a home out here in Arizona, because you don't get, your backyard does not get the afternoon sun with this orientation, in the summer anyway. Now this is your other guest bedroom. This one is, it's a little bit wider than deep. But again, it's still a good size room. And you have linens right there. Love that. It's a cute little narrow door. Okay, now we have our bathroom. Okay, this one, the one in the front had 2 vanities. This one only has 1 vanity in here, or 1 sink in here. But other than that, finishes, everything else is the same. This one does not have a linen closet inside the bathroom like the other bathroom did, but you have your closet right there. So I love that. You can, you know, store stuff where you need to, as far as your towels and your toilet paper and all that good stuff that you'll need for each bathroom. Okay, this space. This is your retreat area. Over here you have 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, but you also have this area right here, which is where you send the kids to play their video games, or you have another office, or if you homeschool, this could totally be a good school area or homework area. I love this. Oftentimes people like 2-story homes for their loft area, but they don't necessarily like 2-story homes. And so here's your single-story home that still gives you kind of that same idea. So you have this, plus you have your office space in the front of the home, or the flex space in front of the home. Here is that 4th bedroom. Now, this bedroom is probably the smallest of all of them. It's still, it might be like 10 by 11. It's still decent size. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. It's still decent in size. It's definitely not a small room, but it's just not as big as the others. Probably because you have this space that's been taken up, because I believe the bathroom is on the other side of that. A bathroom. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I have my walls mixed up. Oh yeah, that's the kitchen. Okay, so now let's go into the master. This room is nice, an expansive area for your large furniture. I love the natural light and all the windows that come through. Okay. And then this is your bathroom area. Wide vanity area, perfect for the his and the her, or the her and the her, or whoever it is, whatever the makeup is. But you have space to put your stuff, whether it's makeup or, you know, whatever you need to put on the counter, you have the space for it. Then you have your 3 drawers in your vanity. That's nice too. And 2 medicine cabinets, 1 on each side. And the natural light coming through up there. I like that too. Over here you have your tiled shower. I love the colors and how everything just blends together. Hopefully you can get a good idea of the colors. It's almost the exact tile in the shower that you have on the floors. Almost, not quite, but almost. And then I love this, another closet. More storage, more storage. We always need more storage. Over here is where we have our water closet or our toilet closet. And then you have a functioning window right there. And then you have your master closet. It's pretty good size. Pretty good size. It even goes back here a little bit. I like all the rods. Definitely like all the rods. Put a lot of clothes in here. All right. Now we will go to the back. Now I know these days a lot of people like triple sliders. This one does not have a triple slider going out to the back, but this wall does bring in some really nice natural light. And this is, you know, a larger slider door. Now I told you that this home was $63,000 off. I don't think I mentioned exactly the price. It's $599,000 is the price of this home. And that is an amazing price for a 5-bedroom, 3-and-a-half bath, 3-car garage home. This backyard is unfinished, so you would have to finish it. But it is definitely deep, or wide, definitely big enough for you to put a pool back here, a sitting area, an outdoor kitchen, lots of options. It has a gas stove right there, so you can connect your barbecue to it. You don't have to deal with propane tanks anymore. You can say goodbye to propane tanks forever. That is so nice. And then again, over here, your side yard. Okay. Not only is this home $63,000 off, but the builder is offering $11,000 incentive. So you can use that to buy down your rate. That would cover at least 2%. And then you'd still have some money for your closing costs. This home also comes with refrigerator and blinds. You have 2 AC units here, 2 carrier units that, we'll walk away, that we're gonna ask them to blow out because they look a little dusty. So, but of course, that's what I would do if I was representing you and you wanted to buy this home, is we'd go through it and we let the builder know that we want those AC units blown out. Okay, so this is a nice size porch here too. It's deep. I like that it's deep. And that's the end of our tour. If you want more information about this property or any of the other homes here in this community, make sure to drop me a line or give me a call. I'd love to give you all the details about all of the other great discounts that they have on several other of their quick move-in homes. So give me a call, send me a text, you know where to find me.